Die Cutting Essentials magazine. This is issue number 70. Now you know when you see a Practical Publishing magazine, there's going to be something else inside. And in this one, wow, look at this stained glass art. Isn't that pretty? It's about 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, so it's just a generous size. There are 5 pieces to it. There are 2 holly dies right there. You've got the inner area and the outer area, and then an outside frame. So lots of ideas. Well, let's get into the magazine and see what there is. So here is some hints and tips for using that die and what you can do with it, but we're going to get inside and see even more. And I think it's really, really so helpful to get lots of ideas, even if it's just different color ideas. But I thought this was very striking. So they've colored the back cardstock, shaded that with the blending brushes and inks, and then placed the die cut on top. Just very striking. That's an interesting color combination, don't you think? Here we have more. Now they've just taken those hollies and used them on the corners and made a shaker card. In fact, there's more of them inside. There's a really pretty, I love the circle card. Here's another use of doing a different type of background, more of an abstract, and again, step-by-step photos, just to show you how to duplicate that effort. I left this ad because you will find ads in the magazine, but what's really wonderful is that we have these. And as a matter of fact, Linnea and Debbie just did a webisode on that. So that's nice to know, nice to reinforce things. This is doing some, using some ink pads to create these looks. Distress Oxide is certainly one. The Prism ink pads, the little ones, they're going to do the same thing. So you can follow step by step and get some other ideas, plus some other color combinations. Now we're back to using the die, and they use this because this is a British magazine for Christmas crackers. If you don't do that, it's certainly a nice idea for a gift wrap, don't you think? And here you can do 4 of them, do them glue them onto vellum, and you've got a beautiful lantern. Put a tea light with a battery operated one inside and you will be good to go. Here is another light box look that they've done, and here is a tag out of them, and then this is a card that is 3-dimensional. So that's interesting. Just so many ideas, and that's great. Now we have more to go. So here we have more ideas. I thought this was interesting to do the one, but then to take the outer edge and duplicate it to place on the outside. Here is a 3D card using the die, and some beautiful looks. You can really see how lovely that is. And boy, to use the hunky-dory shimmering cardstock would just be striking. Now, this is another advertisement, but again, I want to point out that we have those, and this is by the Made to Surprise line by Sam Calcott, and we do carry her products. This is making a wreath, so if you want to get a styrofoam wreath, cover it with ribbon, and then do lots of die cuts and place it all over. It's just another idea for using the products you have. This is called Sensational Shadows, and I thought it was really interesting. Whether or not you have these particular dies is kind of not the point. The point is that it's a technique so that you can die cut it several times and just offset them and get some really different looks. And I think that's really a very helpful bit of advice. Now here we have another article, and we carry these. In fact, that little train is in my office because I'm saving it for someone special for Christmas. And you might want to see those dies. They're really fun, called Simply Made Crafts. And here are some ideas to do a 3D snowflake, and I thought that was worth noting. And so you might want to take a look at that article. And the last one that I tabbed is back here. It's called Perfect Panels. Now that we do have cutting die panels, and you can do them in slimline cards, you can use them in regular cards. It's just another look that you can get. So here is an absolutely a very packed magazine, Die Cutting Essentials number 70, and an absolutely gorgeous cutting die set. All here, all now, exclusively at paperwishes.com.